Hey there, Nancy Drew Clue Crew! Arglefump here with the 2020 Nancy Drew Games Mega Marathon! This is game number 12, Nancy Drew, Secret of the Old Clock.
Welcome to my latest case, The Secret of the Old Clock. To start, choose Junior or Senior Detective.
We're gonna play on Senior Detective mode because we are super fantastic at solving mysteries!
The year, 1930. The place, the road to Titusville, where we find Nancy Drew behind the wheel of her blue roadster, pondering this question. Why did Emily Crandall, a girl whom Nancy knows only through their mutual friend Helen Corning, ask Nancy to drive all the way out to the Lilac Inn to see her? Does it have something to do with the fact that Emily's mother died barely a month earlier, leaving Emily to run the restaurant with only her guardian to help her? And more important, why, when she called, did Emily sound so desperate? The spunky teenager turns off the main road, blissfully unaware that Emily isn't all that awaits her at the end of the driveway. No, Nancy Drew is about to get her first taste of the mystery, intrigue, and adventure that are to become her destiny.
It's got to be my destiny, a mystery. So, we're here in 1930, and Nancy Drew is here at the Lilac Inn. She's gonna stumble upon a mystery, because Emily is acting strangely. What is wrong with Emily? And who is this woman?
Well, hello. I'll bet my bloomers you're Nancy Drew.
Ah, betting your bloomers. Never a good idea.
That's right. Are you Emily's guardian?
You got it. I'm Jane Willoughby. I'm Emily's guardian, but only for the next 3 months until she turns 18. Then she's on her own.
It smells like someone's been baking pies.
Pies are the Lilac Inn specialty. We get orders from all over. Oh, that reminds me, your father called. You're supposed to call him. You can use the coin phone on the porch. Emily didn't say anything about you coming until just this morning.
So, my visit was a surprise?
She didn't?
Don't get me wrong, she can invite anybody here she wants. It's just that she's gotten so darn forgetful lately.
Maybe she's just, still thinking about her mom.
She misses her mom, that's for sure. So do I. Gloria and me, we were best friends, The two of us ran this swell little dress shop over in Capital City. But then she got hitched and I didn't. And the next thing I know, she's writing me saying it would sure take a load off her mind if I could take care of her little girl should something ever happen to her.
It was nice of you to say yes.
I couldn't say no. I mean, what are best friends for? I just wish I knew how to help Emily.
You make it sound like she's in some kind of trouble.
She's been acting so... Look, go talk to her. She probably just needs to spend some time with a bear cat like you instead of some dumb Dora like me. Go on up, she's in her room. Just make like a Boy Scout and be prepared.
Dun, 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 dun. Okay, so something weird is happening with Emily. Her mom died recently, and Jane is a real dumb Dora. Dumb Dora. So let's call Dad.
To the slot, please.
Oh man, I have to pay money to use the phone.
There we go. Now, how may I be of service?
I'd like to talk to Carson Drew. His number is KL57187.
Hang on a minute.
Carson Drew speaking.
Hi, Dad.
Well, I see you got to Titusville okay.
I got your message. Is something wrong?
No, everything's fine. I need to get some documents from a colleague over there. I thought since you were in the area, you could pick them up, save him paying postage.
Sure. What's the address?
He said he'd just leave them for you at the telegraph office. Just drive into town and look for Tubby Telegrams. He said you can't miss it.
Will do.
These papers are extremely important, Nancy.
I will pick them up, Dad.
Good. Remember, watch your gas gauge and get gas when you're low so you don't run out. And try to avoid potholes. The more you hit, the likely it is you'll wind up with a flat.
Yes, Dad.
And if you do get a flat, take it off and put on your spare.
Dad, I don't need a lecture. I'm
Yes,
16.
Dad.
I'm a
All right,
big
lecture
girl.
Have you found out
I can
why
drive
Crandall
all
asked you
by
to visit?
myself.
I wanted to call you first.
You've done your daughterly duty. Now go see Emily. And after that,
I know. Pick up those documents.
that's my girl.
Goodbye, Dad.
Bye-bye.
Oh dear. Okay. So, let's go see Emily. Emily's upstairs. Let's see why she's acting so strangely. Ooh, let's see. She's kind of got a cool room here. Oh, and there she is.
Nancy, hi. Welcome to the Lilac Inn. Oh, and before I forget, thank you for that nice note you sent me when Mom died. It meant a lot to me.
Well, I lost my mom too, years ago. I kind of know how you feel.
You and I may not be best friends or anything, but you're still one of the nicest people I know.
Ah, shucks. You're making me blush.
Well, thank you.
That's why I'm hoping you'll do me a favor. A big favor. You and your dad.
Oh, I was just talking to him.
My dad?
Helen says he's a lawyer.
Sure is.
Shh!
What?
What's wrong?
I thought I heard something. Your father has a safe, right?
This is 1930. Lots of people have safes.
See this jewelry? I'd like you to take it home with you and put it in your father's safe.
It's beautiful.
It was my mother's. The few times I saw her wear it, she looked just like a movie star. I was hiding it here in my room, but all things considered, I'd feel a lot better if you would just take it home and have your father lock it up in his safe.
What about your guardian? Can't she take care of it?
Oh, I don't want her to know I'm doing this, so don't tell her, all right? See, strange things have been going on around here. That's all I can say. I know it sounds loony, and Jane probably told you that I've been acting loony, but please do this for me. What was that?
Emily, come downstairs, quick! The kitchen's on fire!
Come on, we better get out of here.
Fire? No!
This is horrible, just horrible.
Somebody blew up the
fire chief says
kitchen.
the stove was completely destroyed and there's smoke damage everywhere. The inn will have to shut down for months, maybe even for good.
You know, I've heard of getting mad at the chef because dinner was terrible, but that seems a little extreme, blowing up the kitchen.
Will insurance cover the damage?
I asked the fire chief the same thing. He said there could be a problem.
What kind of problem?
It looked to him like one of the burners on the stove had been left on. The flame either went out or was never lit, but anyway, something made a spark, and boom. He said insurance companies are very reluctant to pay out when things look hinky, and that's when times are good.
What? Insurance isn't going to cover it because it was an accident? Isn't that what insurance is for?
Who was in the kitchen this morning?
Emily was the last person to use the stove. Like I said, she's been real forgetful lately. I think she's pretty upset. But it's not her fault. What with her mom passing away barely a month ago, and me showing up, this total stranger who doesn't know the first thing about kids or running a restaurant, and her trying to do everything all by herself. It's just too much, that's all. Who wouldn't go a little off their nut? I better get that. The line to the regular phone got burned up in the fire, so now the only phone we got is the coin phone on the porch. Excuse me.
Emily?
What's wrong, Emily? What's the matter? Is there a problem here?
My mother's jewelry! It's gone! Someone must have stolen it while we were all downstairs. I knew something like this was going to happen. I just knew it.
You mean it's happened before?
You mean this sort of thing has happened before?
Yes. No. I'd rather not say, but I will say this. I did not leave the stove on. That fire was not my fault. Oh, what am I going to do? Without that jewelry, I don't have a prayer of paying for a new stove, and without a stove, I'll have to sell the inn, and if I lose the inn... I wish Mom were still here. I wish Josiah Crowley had left us the money like he always said he was going to. That's what I wish.
Who's Josiah Crowley?
He was this old man that lived next door. He died last year. He spent most of his time here at the inn, and he led my mom and me to believe that he'd left a lot of money for us in his will. He gave us a clock, and afterwards, he'd always point to it and get this little twinkle in his eye and say, "Time will tell." But when they finally found his will, he didn't leave us a penny.
Okay, so we need to solve the secret of the old clock. Time will tell is the big clue, and it will lead to this man's will with a ton of money.
Was there a problem finding his will?
It didn't turn up for months. Then finally someone found it in a drawer in Josiah's house. Josiah was kind of a screwball. One time he showed up at my birthday party dressed as my great-aunt Harriet. I didn't know it was really him until 2 days later. Anyway, he had all these weird hobbies, and he always thought it would be really keen to read minds. Josiah invited Richard Topham to move in so Topham could help him develop his paranormal powers right there in his house. Josiah was a sweet old man, and I do miss him. And he was free to give his money to whomever he wanted. But to get our hopes up like that, and then leave us nothing, it just wasn't like him.
Yeah, that's not very nice. I don't think he was lying. I think he left a super huge scavenger hunt puzzle for Nancy to solve, because that is 100% a Nancy Drew storyline.
How many people knew you kept your mother's jewelry in here?
No one. Well, Jane, my guardian, she knew, but I didn't tell anyone else.
Where is Richard Topham now?
He still lives in Josiah's house, which is right down the path out back. His house and the inn were built at the same time by two brothers during the Civil War.
Was your mother's jewelry insured?
Gosh, I forgot about that. I don't know. Jim Archer, I bet he'd know. He's our banker. I guess I should go talk to him.
Not one of your favorite people, huh?
Oh, no. Mr. Archer's very nice. I mean, for a stuffy old banker. I'm just so bad at business things. And Jane, my guardian, she tries hard, but she's no good at it either. Maybe you could go talk to him. Please? It would be such a big help.
Sure.
He runs the Main Street Bank. You can't miss it. I'll call him and tell him you're coming.
Sounds good.
I'll be back in a little bit.
Thanks again, Nancy.
You're welcome, Emily. Wow, look at those hats. Those are some fantastic hats. Cool hats for cool cats. And Josiah was a big fan of this particular poet. Omar.
Is this your sewing machine?
Actually, that belonged to my mom. She and Jane used to be dressmakers. Mom was going to teach me how to use it, but she never got the chance.
She died. Poor Mom. Okay, well, let's go downstairs and explore a little bit. Let's see. Downstairs we have this book. Hobo sign language becoming widespread. Like, oh, this means bad water. No, this means fresh water. This means bad water. And a kitty cat means a kind woman lives here. Like magazine. Make sure to like and subscribe. That's what this magazine was all about. So, Clever Hans, a horse. This will be a puzzle later on. So, basically, he told the horse the answer to the math puzzles without realizing it. So that's gonna be a puzzle later on. Let's see. We can't examine this area yet. And here's the old clock that Josiah left. It's a slider puzzle. Okay, we need to slide all these pieces around. We've seen slider puzzles in previous Nancy Drew games. Let's see. Do. Can I move this big one up one? Yeah, I guess I can. How do I reset the puzzle? I think I messed up there, yeah. So I think something like this. Free up a lot of space over here on the top. Oh, but it doesn't free up that much space on the top. I can't really move anything here. Let's see. So if I move that one down there, yeah, now I can move all these ones down. That might be the solution. Move this down, this up. I do love the music in this game. Do 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 do. La 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 la. Okay, so now I'm lost. What if I'm doing something like moving this piece down there so I can move these pieces out of the way. And these pieces up like that. Yeah, okay, you get the big piece in the bottom right-hand corner. That's how you solve the puzzle.
Wonder what this mirror's doing in here.
Okay, so Josiah left a mirror, and we have this puzzle as well. Oh man, it costs money though. Let's pay money. Okay, so it's a slider puzzle, similar to one we've seen before. Oh, what was that game? It was Treasure in a Royal Tower. We've seen this slider puzzle in Treasure in a Royal Tower. So let's get red into place like this. How am I gonna get yellow into place? Let's see. Something like this, perhaps? Good. Now how am I gonna get blue into place? Guess I can try like this. No, this won't work. I think this has got the colors in the incorrect order. No, there's blue in place. Great. So now I need to get green into place somehow. So let's see, something like that, where I move yellow temporarily out of the way to stop green. Yeah, Got it. Okay. So move green to this corner, red out of the place. No, red out of place temporarily, so I can move green up and left, and then red back into place. Woo! Keen! Peachy keen, everybody. I solved the puzzle. And that's basically it. Let's talk to Jane.
So, is Emily all right?
Someone stole her mother's jewelry.
What?
Did you happen to see anyone go upstairs during all the commotion that the fire caused?
No. You mean someone stole it while everybody was rushing around trying to put out the fire? Hypers! If you can't trust a fireman, who can you trust?
Well, no, maybe somebody set the fire on purpose, in which case insurance will pay for it because it's theft.
Are you sure no one besides you and Emily was in the kitchen this morning?
Positive. Well, I suppose someone could have snuck in the back door. Are you saying someone caused that fire on purpose? To distract us?
Emily swears she turned the stove off after she used it.
But I'm the only one who knew she had that jewelry. Well, it's not quite true. When Gloria was alive, she could have told people about it, or people may have seen her wearing it. And when she died, they knew the jewelry had to be around here somewhere, right?
Does anyone in particular come to mind?
Sorry. It's been hard enough getting to know Emily, let alone anyone else in this backwater burg. Well, guess better go call the sheriff.
Where did that barred bounce game that's in the parlor come from? Do you know?
Emily says Josiah Crowley brought it in one day and just left it. Said it was so guests, as in him, would have something to do while they waited for a table.
Is that your car I saw when I drove up the driveway?
My old rust bucket's parked out back where nobody'll see it. Be nice to buy something decent, but last time I checked, my last name was Willoughby, not Rockefeller.
Well, I'll talk to you later.
You betcha.
Sounds fantastic. Okay, so let's go over here. We're going to meet Richard Topham. Oh, wait.
Got it. Looks like someone recently had a key appraised.
Key appraised, huh? You know what? Let's call this key appraiser person and do the key puzzle first.
There we go. Now, how may I be of service?
I'd like to call the jeweler, Mr. Waddell, at LK53029.
He's not gonna like that, but it's your nickel.
He's not gonna like what?
He hates it when people call him. Says if they're too lazy to come in and talk in person, he'd just as soon not bother with them.
Oh, well, maybe I shouldn't...
Too late.
What? Oh, no!
I mean,
Waddell Jewelry?
Hello. I found this receipt for an appraisal you did, and I wondered if you could tell me...
Look, I'm busy. If you got something important to tell me, then prove it by getting off your lazy bum and coming down here and telling me eyeball to eyeball. You hear me?
Yeah?
Then repeat after me.
Jeepers.
Wow.
Told ya.
What a jerk. Okay. Well, here's the hobo sign language for this house. A kind lady lives here. That must be the recently deceased Mrs. Crandall. Yeah, so he's just an old guy who doesn't like these newfangled telephones. I'm not gonna call anybody with a telephone. I'm not gonna communicate with a telephone. That's new and different. You need to visit me in person. Everything has to be done the exact same way it was done when I was a kid. Otherwise, it's not worthwhile. An old man. So we have a map. Junior mode shows more of the various locations on the map. And here's
Hello,
Waddell.
are you Mr. Waddell?
So what if I am?
I found this receipt, and I just wondered what you could tell me about it.
Let me see that. One key, determine resale value, item 493. Oh, yeah. This was for that key Jim Archer wanted me to appraise.
Jim Archer wanted you to appraise a key?
It was very ornate. Had jewels all over it. Fake jewels, as it turned out. When I told him it was worthless, the cheapskate refused to pay me and told me to keep it.
Do you think I could have it?
Sure. Once you pay the appraisal fee.
Which is...
$1.50.
Here you go.
Good. Here's the key. Enjoy.
He's not much nicer in person, actually. I think he's just a jerk no matter how you communicate with him. Definitely. That's my thoughts on the matter. And we got the ornate key for the Main Street Bank.
Hello, I'm looking for Jim Archer.
Right through that door.
Hello, are you Nancy Drew?
Sounds like Emily called you.
Yes, ma'am. Jim Archer. I'm founder, president, manager, and just about everything else you can name when it comes to this fine enterprise.
I hear that some businesses aren't doing so well these days.
Ever since the stock market crashed, one business after another has closed, including banks. President Hoover keeps saying that a recovery is just around the corner, but you have to wonder.
Yeah, stock market crashed. All the businesses are basically going out of business. People lose their jobs. It's a bad situation in the Great Depression.
Some people say we're headed for a depression.
Well, that kind of pessimism is not only misguided, it's pointless. Thinking ahead and taking action. That's what we businessmen should be doing right now. And I'm happy to report that we're doing just fine, thank you. Excuse me. Main Street Bank, Jim Archer speaking. No, I don't. I'm sorry, but... Yes, I know, but... All right, then just bring it by. Sorry for the interruption. How can I help you?
Sounds like things aren't doing too well for the bank here, Mr. Archer. That was probably a sad phone call.
Do you happen to know whether the jewelry Emily inherited from her mother was insured?
Well, I know for a fact that it was not. Why?
Because someone snuck into the inn today and stole it.
Oh, no. I heard there'd been a fire in the kitchen, but when it rains, it pours, doesn't it? I told Gloria not to let that policy lapse.
Why did she let it lapse?
She felt that since Josiah Crowley would be leaving her a large sum of money when he died, or so she thought, paying to insure her jewelry just wasn't necessary.
How well did you know Josiah Crowley?
Well enough for him to name me executor of his will. An executor is the person who makes sure the terms of a will are carried out.
Why do you think he wound up leaving Gloria nothing?
I have no idea. Truth be told, he'd given me the impression that I would be well taken care of when he passed on, too. But when I finally read his will, it all went atop him.
How mysterious.
Where did Josiah keep his will?
He'd hidden it in a chest of drawers in his house. It took me months to find it. When he named me executor, he said he'd tell me where it was hidden when the time was right, whatever that meant.
The will you found in Josiah's house. Is it possible that Josiah didn't really write it?
Well, the thought that it could be a forgery did cross my mind. But an expert verified that the will had been typed on Josiah's typewriter and signed in Josiah's hand.
Yeah, see, Richard Topham has access to Josiah's typewriter. This is not conclusive evidence.
But Richard Topham lived in Josiah's house. He had access to his typewriter, and he could have copied his signature.
As far as the law is concerned, the matter is closed, Miss Drew.
But it's possible that Josiah's real will is still out there. Are you sure he never gave you any clue as to where he'd hidden his will?
Whenever I asked him, he said he'd tell me when the time is right. Although, he got a safe deposit box here about 3 years ago.
Okay, so yeah, Nancy has no problem accusing this person she's never met. Yeah, this Richard Topham sounds suspicious. I bet he faked the will, yeah.
Has it been opened?
Topham has tried to claim its contents, but he can't find the key.
Maybe he knows the real will could be in there, only he wants to destroy it.
Now, Miss Drew, I wouldn't go jumping to any conclusions.
Jump, 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 jump.
I guess I'll be going.
Give my best to Emily.
Okay, so,
Who's Clara?
Clara Pickford is this lonely old woman who comes in here every once in a while. Took a shine to me for some reason. Insisted on giving me that picture.
To Jim Archer, my ace in the hole. Affectionately yours, Clara.
Where did you get this clock?
Josiah Crowley gave it to me. It stopped keeping time the minute he walked out the door.
It would sure be nice to be able to open this thing.
So this is another old clock.
Hello again.
The key that you had Mr. Waddell appraise, could that be the key to the clock that Josiah Crowley gave you?
It might have been, I suppose. You know about that?
I found the receipt on the path to Richard Topham's house.
Really? I thought I'd thrown it out. You see, when he told me the key was worthless, I lost all interest in it.
So, it would be all right if I kept the key for myself?
I have no use for it. In fact, if you want that old clock, you can have it too.
Woohoo! Broken items! Yay!
How did Josiah die?
He was sitting in the public library reading when apparently his heart just decided it was time to stop.
Died reading. Well, at least he died happy.
Did he go to the library a lot?
First Thursday of every month. That's when the fan magazines would come in. Know what his favorite book was? The Make-Up Secrets of Lon Chaney.
How well do you know Jane Willoughby? You know, Emily's guardian?
Not well at all. Met her once or twice. Seemed a little flighty.
What was Emily's mom like?
Had a good head on her shoulders. Friendly, too. Having a big slice of blueberry pie at the Lilacan was always a real treat. It'd be nice if family could carry on the tradition, but times are just too tough. If she's smart, she'll sell before the bills start piling up.
I guess I'll be going.
Give my best to Emily.
Don't you ever use this typewriter?
That used to be Josiah Crowley's. It was the only thing he left me in his will. Naturally, it doesn't work. The keys always jam.
So is this dollar bill, I'm wondering if this dollar bill is actually accurate. Is that a dollar bill that they had in the year 1930? Just wondering, because I know they had like a dollar bill with Martha Washington on it. That was the dollar bill with the first United States dollar bill with a woman on it. And it's kind of sad because we don't have any dollar bills today with any women on it. Let's see, this is a puzzle. What you need to do is put the pieces into place and then line them up. You can kind of see the lines. It's kind of a tough puzzle, but you see line here, line there, line there. So the pieces with one line go on the extreme ends, whereas the pieces with two lines connect all together. Okay, so those are the two ends. See, line connects like this. Now I need a piece that's going to have to connect in the upper right. So it's not this one that connects in the upper part. So this is going to have to be the upper right. Yep, and then this is the final one. Okay, someone's saying that does look like an accurate 1930 dollar bill. Wow, cool. A $1930 bill had some small changes. So, like, the green paper was darker than we use now, and then there was a blue stamp on the right-hand side. But still, basically the same thing. You can see we've got a green stamp when this game was made, but it was a blue stamp back in 1930. Is that a huge difference? No, but, people who love money, I guess, really care about small differences like that.
Is this your car?
Yes, it is. Bought and paid for.
Who's the woman? Is that your wife? Mr. Archer! You didn't tell me you were married.
Hello again.
Was that your car I saw parked near the Lilac Inn this morning?
I haven't been there in months. You saw someone else's car. It's a very popular make and color, you know.
Whosever car it wasn't there after the fire.
Probably just someone sneaking onto that miniature golf course that Josiah built back there. Or bootleggers. I hear they frequent that area too.
I guess I'll be going.
Nice talking to you.
Okay, so now we're gonna go to do the telegram thing right here, because Nancy needs to pick up those telegrams.
Something I can do for you?
Well, my name's Nancy Drew, and my father said
Say no more. You're here to pick up some papers. They're in that envelope.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Say, is that your roadster out there?
Yes, it is. Did I park somewhere I shouldn't have?
No, it's just that my regular driver never showed up today, so I've got no way to deliver all these telegrams. How would you like to earn some extra cash?
You mean you want me to deliver them for you?
You've got a car, you're trustworthy, or at least your father thinks you are, so what do you say? I'll pay you 25 cents each time you complete a delivery. And you might even get some tips.
Sounds fantastic.
Okay, sure.
Great, you're hired. Here, deliver this to Seymour out at Blenheim Nursery. Come back when you're done and I'll pay you and give you another telegram to deliver.
Great. See you in a little while.
So we go to the nursery, which is on the way to the Lilac Inn. It's very, very simple. You just stop by the nursery. Right here.
Hello, I've got a telegram for Seymour.
Just leave it on the desk there. I'd, tip you, but as you can see, my hands are filthy.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to doll up some of my plants before this guy named Mr. Martin comes in. He's a big cheese at some oil company, and I'm hoping he... Ow!
Did that plant just bite you?
It did kind of feel that way.
I think I'll be going now. Bye!
And back here. So I think the second time we go to the Lilac Inn, we can explore this area. Oh, am I mistaken? I'm not. So let's go down here. It's a secret passage. So awesome.
From the looks of those lanterns, I'm not the only one who's been down here recently.
Let's see. Ooh, money.
An old piggy bank. Swell, $1. This piggy bank looks like it's been
Woo,
here for a
I'm
long
rich. I'm a very, very rich man. And is that Jim Archer's piggy bank? Was his piggy bank murdered? I don't know. So this passageway leads to the house next door.
Guess I better not leave the lights on. It sounds like this door opens into someone's living room.
There you go.
That's Richard Topham. He's playing with his kitty. I do like this music. It's both scary and fun at the same time. Okay, so this is a jigsaw puzzle, I believe you would call it. Yeah, it's a jigsaw puzzle. So we're going to try to make this symbol. The words are at the top of the screen. They spell Creepy's Corners. That's how we can easily figure it out. And you can rotate the pieces. I imagine because we're in Master... we're in not Master Sleuth mode, right? It's Senior mode. I'm sorry, I can't... I can't play the game and do commentary at the same time. I'm getting distracted. So let's see. Get this one here. I think this piece is that man standing. Let's see. Is there going to be a house over here on the right? No, that can't be it. See, that doesn't match at all. Maybe it's over here on the left. So yeah, what if we have this house over here on the left? And then this was a tombstone over here on the right? And these are branches. Yeah. And then this one here. Maybe... Okay, I imagine this white part over here is at the bottom. And say this is a person standing. Got it! Woo! So $1 in 1930 is worth about $15.50 today. Wow, that's pretty crazy. Yeah, that is actually pretty
I feel like
crazy.
Someone's watching
Oh
me.
no, somebody's watching me.
Guess I better not leave the lights on.
Okay, so let's get out of there and maybe play the record and talk to our friends.
Oh, Nancy, I'm afraid there's been more trouble.
Don't tell me something else blew up.
It's Emily. Oh, this is silly. I'm her guardian. I should just make her sell this place. She's only 17, for Pete's sakes. She should be out meeting boys and going to parties, not trying to run a business.
Miss Willoughby, what happened?
Just go ask her and make her tell you everything.
Something happened? This isn't good. Emily! What happened? Why are you so scared? What's going on?
Jane told you, didn't she?
No.
What happened?
That picture on the wall over there, I saw it move. I was just sitting here and it moved all by itself. I saw it move. I really did. Last week, a book fell off the shelf for no reason. And before that, I heard these weird noises. And almost every day I hear a voice, like a whisper, coming out of nowhere. Jane thinks it's nerves, but I don't want to talk about this. Did you see Jim Archer?
I'm afraid I don't have very good news.
The jewelry wasn't insured?
Nope.
Your mom dropped the insurance in order to save money for...
Shh! Did you hear that?
Hear what?
Shh! Nothing. I'm going to have to sell the inn, aren't I?
You know, it's possible, just possible, that the will that was found was not the will Josiah wrote.
You mean he may have left us money after all? No, that's wishful thinking. And I refuse to get my hopes up again because they'll probably just get dashed again. Listen, I feel bad enough that you drove all the way out here for nothing. Maybe you should just go home.
Would you mind if I stayed for a while?
No, but I really don't feel like being sociable right now. There's nothing for you to do.
I'd like to try to figure out why that stove exploded.
What are you? Some kind of Sam Spade?
Well, just because I've never solved a mystery before doesn't mean I can't. Anyway, there's no harm in trying, right? Who knows? I might turn out to be good at it.
Be my guest.
Okay, so Nancy is gonna solve the mystery. Hooray!
Is the clock in the parlor the one Josiah gave you?
Yes. I don't know why he gave it to us. It's never worked, and nobody can open it to find out why.
Huh.
Do you have any idea where Josiah may have hidden a safe deposit box key?
He could have hidden it anywhere. He always said his favorite hiding place was right under people's noses.
Did Josiah ever say anything about hiding his will somewhere?
No, but he was always hiding stuff. I know because he was always writing reminders to himself about how to find it. But whenever the subject of his will came up, he'd just say he was happy knowing we were going to be happy when he passed on. Time will tell. That's all he'd say.
I'll be back in a little bit.
You're the bee's knees.
Aw, thank you, thank
What
you.
could have made this picture move?
Okay, fixing that picture. We get an Easter egg if we fix it 10 times or so?
Why does this picture keep moving?
Okay, so let's get this Easter egg. So that's 2.
Why does this picture keep moving?
Poor Emily must be confused by
Why
Nancy.
does this picture keep moving?
Why does Nancy say the same thing every time she adjusts my picture? I'm picturing Emily just dashing across the room and moving the picture just to mess with
Why
Nancy.
does this picture keep moving? Why does this picture keep moving? Why does this picture keep moving?
Alrighty. Let's see if we can get it.
Why does this picture keep moving?
Like the culprit is standing behind the wall, just moving that picture over and over and over again and gets really annoyed at Nancy. That's what I would picture. I think eventually Nancy would just take the picture down, okay? Just take the picture down, save everyone the hassle.
Why does this picture keep moving?
I'm just tickled pink.
And that's the Easter egg. I'm just tinkled pink. Does it happen again, or is that it?
Why does this picture keep moving?
I'm just tickled pink.
Not much of an Easter egg, I suppose. So whenever you move the picture, it talks like that now.
So, what did Emily say? Did she tell you about the pictures and the voices?
Yeah.
Have you ever seen or heard anything strange around here?
No. In fact, this place is so quiet and dull compared to Chicago that it's a wonder I haven't lost my mind. You know what? I'll bet it's me. I'll bet it finally hit Emily that I'm just not Gloria and I never will be, and that running this place is always going to be all up to her. And it was just more than her poor mind could bear.
What did the sheriff say when you called him about the stolen jewels?
He said since nobody got robbed at gunpoint or anything, coming out here again just didn't seem necessary. Said it sounded to him like the jewelry had just been misplaced. You see, it only felt fair to tell him about Emily's, delicate state of mind.
What?
Well, I'll talk to you later.
Alrighty-dighty.
Oh, now the sheriff doesn't believe us because the sheriff thinks Emily is crazy. Thanks, Jane. Well, let's meet Mr. Topham. He lives here. The Topham School for the Study and Development of Paranormal Powers. Oh my.
Over here, Miss Drew. Find the toy mouse and give it to Yuri, would you please? Otherwise, he'll just keep meowing. He hates strangers.
So you take the toy mouse and you give it to the cat, just like Richard Topham said. Aw, such a good kitty.
May I help you?
Guess I better ask permission before I go looking around.
Can I mess around with your stuff, dude?
Oops. Oops.
Oh, please just let me mess with your stuff, dude.
How nice of you to drop by. And thank you for walking instead of parking in the driveway. I'm expecting a pupil. I'd hate for her to have to park on the road.
How did you know who I was?
If one is to teach others how to develop and use their paranormal gifts, it's only logical that one must possess such gifts oneself.
I hope I'm not disturbing you.
I was in the process of trying to make these spoons move by using nothing but my own psychic energy. Have you ever focused sunlight through a magnifying glass until it was a minute yet searing point of light, Miss Drew?
Yeah, I guess.
You see, that's what I do with my cerebral emanations, my thoughts. I focus them until they're a beam of pure energy which ultimately disrupts and transforms the molecular force field surrounding the target object.
I have no idea what he just said. So, he's psychic and he can make spoons move. That's basically what he's trying to say. It seems like if you had the power to make things move, then just playing around with spoons would be a total waste of your powers.
Is that what you teach people in your school? How to beam their thoughts?
I take them through exercises designed to help them increase their output of phantasmic energy. If you want to sign up for an introductory session, I believe I have an opening today.
No, thank you.
Oh. I'm afraid I'm busy, young lady, far too busy to engage in idle conversation.
You're not trying to hide something, are you, Mr. Topham?
I'll be blunt, Miss Drew. I've discovered that the more time I spend with the, shall we say, intellectually unendowed, the more my cerebral pulsations seem to diminish. I'm afraid I cannot speak to you further unless and until you prove that you are worthy. That is, that your brainwaves are not unacceptably inferior and thus deleterious to mine.
My brainwaves are just fine, Mr. Topham.
What I have here is an exercise in logic. If you can discern the correct solution, then I'll know that conversing with you will do me no psychic harm. You may take it with you.
Oh, I see. Okay, so someone in the chat is explaining he's just using the Force from Star Wars to make the spoons move. That makes a lot more sense.
Good luck and good day.
And he just said Nancy was too stupid to hang out with him. Wow. I'm sorry, Miss Drew, but you're too stupid to hang out with me, so I don't want to talk to you.
Would it be okay if I looked around?
Go right ahead. The place is more like a museum than a house.
I'm just gonna bother him. Hey, try moving spoons with this in the background. You jerk. Okay,
The man on stage in this picture, is that Josiah?
Yes, that's from a production of A Midsummer Night's Dream that he directed and starred in. It closed after 2 nights, but he didn't care. He loved that play.
He loved the play. It was fantastic. So here's an old clock.
Was this Josiah's clock?
Everything in here was Josiah's.
And it's a puzzle. So this is a not jigsaw puzzle. It's a matching puzzle. We saw this in game number 9. Danger on Deception Island. Let's see if I can make matches. Yay! So what you need to do is just make matches of everything. It's just hard to remember where everything is. Butterfly? Okay, bell. I need 2 gears. 2 gears and 2 gears. Polar bear? What? Cheese grater. I don't know why there's a cheese grater. Okay, these 2 match. I've got it. Yeah, his play was so bad that people came to opening night and then nobody came on the second night and they had to close. Doesn't matter. He loved the play so much, he just wanted to play it anyway. Done. And when you solve it, you get another mirror. Putting physics to work in the modern world. Radiometer. So, it's light. It's light. Basically, he's saying you can try to shine light into the radiometer if you do something fancy with the light first. We'll be seeing that later on. That's a dead parrot. Poor dead parrot. I think I just scared the kitty cat. I scared myself.
What are you when you win barred bounce? What poet is the cat's meow? What will Para, my miniature golf course, get you? What's Gloria's middle name?
Yeah, so we need to answer all these questions. Barred Bounce was Keen, and then Omar, and then Par, and then the middle name.
Becoder is in the rivet. 2 to the right.
So this is Fall Down. Good example. And the decoder is in the trivet. Oh, we already got the CC whereabouts. We already got that one, right? Right. And then we need to get the clues. These are the clues.
Bottom's Q is in Note to Gloria.
That's how we open up another old clock. Poem on the golf course is Numbers.
It looks like Josiah lent a trivet to someone, but I can't make out to whom.
So someone at Twin Elms, it says right there, Twin Elms. Twin Elms has a trivet. So we're basically going to solve all those things. Every single one of those things is a puzzle we need to solve. So, oh my gosh, we're going to have to do mini golf here. We're going to have to do mini golf. But before that, let's solve this one. So, first round was Keen, right? And the poet he really liked, that was inside Emily's room. That poet is Omar. If you already know the answer to the puzzle, you do not have to play mini golf. But I'm going to play mini golf anyway.
Oh, a miniature golf course. Swell.
Oh yeah, and we have this puzzle. Okay, let's do that puzzle later when we actually have to. We're going to play miniature golf. So you have to pay
Can't
10
hit the links
cents.
without a scorecard.
You have to pay 10 cents for it.
Looks like I'm supposed to put my scorecard in here when I'm done.
Where's my scorecard? I have to pay 10 cents? Yeah, okay, pay 10 cents for the scorecard. Got it. Okay, and I'm going to save my game here. It is going to be mini golf. So, on senior detective mode, we have a much lower par to hit. We have to get 21. I think on amateur or junior mode, I think it's 28. So, level 1, Swamped in Crocs. What you need to do is hit the ball like this.
I hit it too hard.
Oh, come on! I did not. You did not. Now I can't even see the ball. Yay, okay. Well, I missed par by 1. Hopefully I can make up for that on this level. Yes. Oh, no. See, I can't move too far to the left here, and I need to hit it really hard to the left. So, yay. Doomed to failure. Okay, let's do hole number 3. I know I've got a hidden thing here. I think it's here, maybe? Yeah, right there in the middle. Got it. Okay. And now I'm already way below par. Way over par. You basically have to get these things perfect in order to solve this puzzle. Okay, so I'm at 15, and I need to solve 2 holes in, I guess, 6 points now. Yes. Oh, come on. That just wasn't fair. That wasn't fair either. Okay, mini golf. Yay. So I've got 21, and par is 21. Beautiful. No, dear. Okay. This. Yes.
I hit it too hard.
Oh, come on!
I hit it too hard.
Why is there a part 2 to this challenge? Part 1 is hard enough. I don't really need a part 2. Wow, that ball is just bouncing everywhere.
Missed it.
Missed. So I'm going to load rather than pay an extra 10 cents. Because I am not made of money, even though I did find $1, and that was swell. But I did pay $1.50 for that key. Woo! Wow, that was good. I got par on that course. So the cheater way through this puzzle is to save after every single hole where you get par. So like there, that would have been a great time for me to save. Ooh, I almost got a hole-in-one on that. Yeah, so I'm at par right now. This would also be a great time for me to save. But I'm not gonna. I'm gonna do this puzzle legitimately. So in here. Woo! I'm making par everywhere, everyone. Okay, so here you want to try to get it in this hole.
I hit it too hard.
Oh. Well, when you hit it in that particular hole, you get this long cutscene. And it gives you a hole-in-one, basically. Once you hit that hole, then you automatically get it. Okay, so I've got 2 more holes. Can I do this? No. Oh. No. Really? Yeah, this hole has a part 2 as well, but part 2 isn't as terrible as the other one. Okay, I've got a chance. I can make this in 3. Or not. Okay, so... Yep, I'm done for. Not making par this time.
I hit it too hard.
Oh, horse
Darn.
feathers. Time to try again. So how many times do you think it's going to take me to actually beat this puzzle? This puzzle is just the worst for me. And see, I can't possibly hit it hard enough to hit the hole because my mouse is too close to the end of the screen. Oh, I might actually make this one. Okay, let's go here.
I hit it too hard.
Why did it not go into the hole? Oh, come on. Oh, that was a bad bounce. Whole lot of lava. Hey, that was a good bounce. That wasn't so bad. So let's go like this.
I hit it too hard.
Yeah. Good. Okay, I could still maybe make it here. As long as I get this on the first try. Yes. Yes. Oh, but I have to get the final one on 3. And that's pretty much impossible. Yeah, I'd have to get this perfect. Yes.
I hit it too hard.
Yes. Okay, so if I get this, I win. But I've got no real room to angle, so I'm gonna go here because that's as far as I can hit the ball. Let's go this. Yeah! Oh!
Missed it.
So 1 above par. 1 above par. Yeah. Oh, happy music won't make me happy. Oh. Messing up on the first hole.
I hit it too hard.
Forget that. Forget that. Okay. Trying again. Yeah, and then hole number 2. I'll just hit this one as hard as I possibly can. Same with this. I'm at par, but I still feel terrible about it. Okay, right here in this pocket. Yay. Yay. At par again. I'm not gonna cheat on this. This is a 2020 marathon. Whoa! Everyone, I just got a hole-in-one. I got a hole-in-one on that, on number 4. I didn't know that was even possible. Wow. Do 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 do. Yeah, so now I'm 2 below par. Yeah. Yeah. If this does not result in victory, I don't know what will. Let's see. Here. Yes. Yes. Wow, that was amazing. And that was 2 below par there. So I just have to not screw up. Just not screw up. Yes, a hole-in-one on round 4. Let's not waste it. Oh. No! 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 Okay, good. 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 Okay. I swear, if that did not make it, I was just gonna start screaming. No! 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 You want to go into the hole. You have got to be kidding me. Yeah! I did it! I did it, everyone. I got par. By 1. I went over par by 8 on that round, but I had saved myself... went over par by 3, but saved myself 4 strokes on 4 and 5. Yes. Okay. Oh. That was scary. And pony, that is what you get. You got a pony, my little pony. So it was, pony is the next round of the puzzle. Oh. Yeah. Oh. That was scary for a moment there.
I still need to find out what Emily's mom's middle name was.
Well, I guess we can ask Emily. Emily knows. We didn't listen to this album. Well, this album... With her eyes so bright, looks towards heaven at midnight, on the longest night of year. It's Bridget's song from the previous game.
Would it be okay if I played a record?
Sure.
It's going to be a really weird record. I hope you're okay with this, Emily.
I'll never forget the night it all began, that dark, stormy, fateful night when I decided the time had come to rid the world of the creature. But it would take money to do that, and to get money, I needed to confront my arch-enemy, Nick, who had recently become able to transform himself fittingly into a giant warthog. When his forest hideaway came into view, I dismounted and approached the door on foot so I could take him by surprise. My fear that he would hear me proved groundless, for a terrible storm began to rage, washing away the sound of my footsteps. I peered through the rain-streaked window beside his front door and could see him sitting in front of the fire. He had returned to human form, but the malicious smile on his face suggested that he was recalling his recent porcine exploits. Seeing that the door was unlocked, I hurled it open and marched across the room toward him.
This is so amazing. I love it.
"Step away from that bottle of warthog potion," I commanded, "and give me the 20 gold coins you stole from my poor servant." "I'm not going to give you a thing, save, perhaps, a taste of my sword." And with that, he drew his sword. In an instant, I had drawn mine, and so commenced the fiercest sword fight the world had ever known. The storm raging outside paled in comparison to our battle. To my surprise, Nick's experiences as a lower life form seemed to have improved his skill as a swordsman. I feinted, I parried, and yet victory eluded me.
Very fierce.
And soon I began to feel my strength ebbing from me. I was tiring rapidly. Summoning every ounce of what little energy remained in my body, I lunged at him one last desperate time.
Ouch! Why, you've wounded me.
I had managed to wound him on his right arm, just above the elbow.
Curse you!
His words punctuated as they were by an untimely clap of thunder, sent a shiver down my spine. "Save your breath," I intoned, "and give me those gold coins." "Here, take your precious coins." He tossed the bag of coins onto a chair, but as I reached for them, he reached for his bottle of potion, and in a matter of seconds, my night had gone from bad to horrible.
Yay! So, that's just plain weird. It's a puzzle later on. We'll have to match the sound effects to the trivet.
Hi, Nancy.
What was your mother's middle name?
Lois. Why?
Oh, just curious. Do you know anything about a cue Josiah left your mother in a note?
No. Why?
Oh, just curious. I'll be back in a little bit.
You're the best.
Nancy just used the same excuse twice. Emily doesn't call her out on it. Oh my gosh, Nancy. Okay, let's see if Jane has anything new to say.
What's cooking?
Does the miniature golf course that's out back belong to the inn?
No, that was Josiah Crowley's. Way I hear, he built it himself.
Was it open to the public?
Nope, it was just his own private little course. Can you imagine? Wish I had money to throw around like that.
Have you met Richard Topham?
Yeah, I've had the displeasure of meeting that quack.
You don't think he can help people develop their psychic powers?
The only thing he's good at is separating little old ladies and dim-witted rubes from their hard-earned cash. In fact, he came over while they were putting out the fire today. Asked me who you were, and I was so frazzled at the time, I told him. I don't usually give that crackpot the time of day.
So that's how he knew Nancy's name. He asked about her ahead of time.
Does everybody around here feel that way about him?
Not everybody. Like that circus fella said, there's a sucker born every minute. Me? I think ESP is a lot of J-U-N-K.
Well, I'll talk to you later.
You betcha.
So, I hate to say it, but we actually do have to talk to Richard Topham again. Oh no! By solving this puzzle. Okay, this is all wet.
That looks right.
Doll up.
Am I smart or what?
Double cross.
I'm getting there.
Dry
that
up.
Looks right.
Big cheese.
Am I smart or what?
So, we solved those puzzles, and now he knows I am a genius, just as smart as he
Hello,
is.
Miss Drew.
Hello, Mr. Topham.
And he is willing to speak with me. Oh. You know what? Let's not meet with him quite yet. Let's go over here. So the middle name was Lois. Woo! But we need to solve this puzzle first. And this is for fishing. Largemouth bass likes minnows in the grass beds. Okay. Good to know. How we actually will solve the golf puzzle. This one, it's basically, you need to figure out the colors. So let's go with orange, red, green, and blue. So 2 of them correct, and 2 of them are in the wrong spots. I mean, the 2 that are correct are in the wrong spots. So let's see if it's orange. Let's see if it's yellow and red that are the correct ones. No, only one of those is correct. So let's say yellow and green, perhaps. Those are wrong. So it's red and blue. Red and blue. But, you know, red was in a wrong place every single time. Therefore, red goes over here on the top. Blue doesn't go at the bottom. So then the other 2 must be orange and purple. Yes, so I got red correct, but everything else is wrong. So let's try them all in different spots. Blue has to go here, because I've tried blue in those other spots, and it was wrong each time. Okay, let's get this. Got it. Woo!
Interesting.
The moon in the sky was once heard to say, it's high time I saw this thing known as day. So 1, 2, Josiah's note in his notebook said, it sounds like numbers to me, right? 1, 2, 4, 2, 8. Ooh, I'd better write this down. 1, 2, 4, 2, 8, 2, 7. So 1, 2, 3. This is 4. 2, 8, 2, 7. Yay! Hooray! So I got that thingy. So they all go up here, these mirrors. We got one mirror from every single clock. All 4 of them go in the corners of this barn. And then we solve this puzzle. Okay, we solved that puzzle. Okay, so now it's this one. Move all these things out of the way. It's a simple dominoes puzzle. Let's see. 5 goes here. 2 goes there. 8 goes there. Then 4 and 9. Yes?
I need to adjust the mirrors so that the light hits them just right.
So, this was what we saw earlier about in his house about turning on that little thingy-me-bobber. It depends on what you do with the light first, is what it said, right? Oh, I guess that's not the thingy-me-bobber. I guess this is the thingy-me-bobber. In that case, I'm gonna have to shine the light like this. Got it. So, with the light shining over and over and over again, it turns on that device. Sending a huge amount of electricity over there, turning on the stairs! So cool. I love it. It's a really cool puzzle. Okay. And then this is going to be a puzzle.
A part is missing.
I ordered the part from Crowley. And Waddell is going to make the blank. So that's a ham radio.
I've seen these symbols before. They were in that newspaper story about hobos.
They certainly were, Nancy. So what you need to do is actually have to call people. I don't think the game accepts it if you just put in the solution like this. Haha. Game's taking my solution. Oh, that's so cute. But it's not accepting this solution, which is correct. Looks like we have to find that cue for Gloria. Oh well. Did you forget where you put Elwatt? The last will and testament? Well, it's in Marcel's band, you old coot. Do-be-do. Okay, so now we'll talk to Mr. Topham.
Hello, Miss Drew.
Hi, Mr. Topham.
Got a couple things to talk to him about.
Am I to assume that you have the correct solution to that logic problem?
Right here.
Let's have a look. Why, you appear to have indeed found the solution. Well, since you've proved yourself to be intellectually above average, which means talking to you should do me no harm, what would you like to talk about?
Just a ton of things.
Did you hear about the explosion and fire at the Lilac Inn this morning?
I heard the explosion and fire. Ruined my 9 o'clock session.
So you were with a customer when it happened?
Pupil. I was with a pupil. I run a school, not a vegetable stand, and yes, I was. Until I dismissed her 20 minutes early. All the ruckus made concentration impossible.
I run a school, not a vegetable stand. Meh.
How well do you get along with Emily and her guardian, Jane?
Very well, as far as I'm concerned. But as far as they're concerned, well, the fact that Josiah left everything to me made some people around here, including Emily and now this Jane Willoughby, very bitter. It hurts me, of course, but it's human nature, I suppose.
When and how did you meet Josiah Crowley?
Last summer, while on my way to the university for a conference, I stopped for a bite at the Lilac Inn. Since it was crowded and I was in a hurry, I agreed to share a table with an elderly gentleman who, like me, was by himself. As soon as I told Mr. Crowley who I was and what I did, well, he insisted that I give him a training session that very afternoon, and was so thrilled with his progress that he demanded I stay and teach him everything I knew.
He was a good student?
The best. He had his annoying little habits, but his desire to realize his psychic potential was unparalleled.
Were you surprised when you found out that Josiah had left you everything?
Delighted? Yes. Surprised? Not really. Josiah was all alone, you see, surrounded by people like the Crandalls and that banker, Jim Archer. People who were nice to him only because they knew he had money.
I don't think that's the case. I don't think that the Crandalls are mean, greedy people who are nice to this guy just for money. I think they legitimately like Josiah. Emily's saying nice things about him still.
Do you mind if I look around some more?
Be my guest.
Be my guest, be my guest, put my service to the test.
Now what?
Do you by any chance know who Marcel is?
Marcel was what Josiah called his favorite hat.
His hat? The man named his hat?
He loved that hat, so to him, naming it made perfect sense.
Do you still have Marcel?
No, as a matter of fact, I gave that hat to Gloria Crandall. She said she was fond of the old fellow and wanted something to remember him by, although I suspect the real reason she wanted that hat was to see if he'd stashed any money in it.
What do you think happened to the key to Josiah's safe-deposit box?
Josiah no doubt lost it. He had a terrible memory, poor fellow.
What do you think is in the safe-deposit box?
No doubt it's filled with the same thing as this house. Junk. But if it's junk, why haven't I gotten rid of it, you may well ask. Well, I know it's silly to hang on to Josiah's things, but he was a wonderful man, you see, and I just don't have the heart to get rid of them. Too sentimental for my own good, I guess.
Josiah ordered something from the Krollmeister Crystal Company just before he passed away. Do you know if it ever arrived?
You must be talking about that chunk of quartz that came last winter. I still have it right here. Why?
I was wondering if I could buy it from you. For my father. He loves quartz.
Perhaps we can work something out. You see, amazing as this is going to sound, I am able to project my thoughts into another person's brain.
What?
Is that so?
The only problem is, not everyone has the intellectual capacity to receive my thoughts. But since you have already demonstrated a high level of intelligence, yes, you may very well be the ideal subject.
Subject? As in experiment?
You are going to help me prove that I am telepathic. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to shuffle a deck which contains 5 sets of these cards.
Geez.
Then I'm going to turn my back, draw a card, look at it, and start transmitting my thoughts. When you receive my thoughts, you will identify the card I'm looking at. Once you correctly identify 5 cards in a row, I'll give you that piece of quartz.
But what if I can't do it?
Just stay focused on the cards and my superior brain power will do the rest. Very well, let's begin.
Just keep your thoughts out of my
card?
head. I don't want your thoughts in my head, you creepy weirdo. Okay, so this is the puzzle. Earlier we saw about the horse. The person was sending signals to the horse, which said what the answer was. Well, this is the same thing. When he says a specific sentence, that means it's a specific answer. So, I don't know. This is which card? I don't know. Cross?
This one.
No, try
Ow.
again. What card am I looking at?
What card am I looking at? Star?
I think it's this one.
That's not right. Here's another. What card am I concentrating on?
So here I actually have to take notes. You kind of have to take notes. So here, let me get this. You kind of are forced to take notes with this particular thing. So concentrating on
this one?
Wrong. Here's another. What card am I thinking about?
Thinking about. Let's go with circle.
I think it's this one.
Incorrect. You must focus. Here's another. Do you know what card I'm looking at?
No, I have no idea.
This one.
Wrong. Well, you failed to correctly identify 5 in a row. Shall we continue?
Just a second.
You bet. Ready when you are.
Very well. Let's begin.
This takes a while.
This is which card?
This is which card? Is this circle?
This one.
No, try again. What card is this?
This one.
No, try again. What card am I thinking about?
Nothing is circle. Okay, what card am I thinking about?
I think it's this one.
Very good. Here's another. This is which card?
Star. Oh boy. Okay, so this is which card?
I think it's this one.
You go, girl. Here's another. Tell me, what card is this?
Tell me what card is this? Let's go with square.
I think it's this one.
Wrong.
Oh my gosh. Whenever he picks up a particular card, he always says the same thing.
Well, you failed to correctly identify 5 in a row. Shall we continue?
You bet. Ready when you are.
Very well. Let's begin. What card is this?
So what card is this? I know it's not circle, so let's try wavy
This
lines.
Very good. Here's
Ooh.
another. Tell me, what card is this?
Tell me what card is this? It's not square. Star?
This one.
Wrong. Here's another. What card am I thinking about?
What card am I thinking about? That was star.
I think it's this one.
Excellent. Here's another. What card am I concentrating on?
That's not circle.
This one.
Excellent. Here's another. What card am I looking at?
What card am I looking at? I don't think he's said this one before, so let me write this down. Am I looking at square?
This one.
Wrong. Well, you failed to correctly identify 5 in a row. Shall we continue?
Maybe later. I think my brain
Oh,
needs
no,
a
I
rest.
don't need a
Good
break.
day.
Nancy, you can do it.
Ready to resume our telepathy experiment?
Yes, sir.
Very well. Let's begin. What card am I holding?
No idea.
This one?
That's not right. Here's another. What card is this?
Lines.
This one.
Excellent. Here's another. What card am I concentrating on?
This one.
Wonderful. Here's another. What card is this?
Lines.
This one?
Wonderful. Here's another. What card am I looking at?
Give me a moment here with my notes. So it looks like I figured out 4 of them. So what card am I looking at?
This one.
Wrong. Well, you failed to correctly identify 5 in a row. Shall we continue?
You bet. Ready when you are.
Very well. Let's begin. This is which card?
I think it's this one.
That's not right. Here's another. Tell me, what card is this?
So it's not star or square. Let's
This
go with
one.
circle.
Wonderful. Here's another. What card am I concentrating on?
Concentrating on was plus.
This one.
Yes. Here's another. What card is this?
What card is this? Lines.
This one.
Yes. Here's another. What card is this?
This one.
Very good.
I wonder, could he be telling me what card he's picking up by which question he asks me?
Well, you failed to correctly identify 5 in a row. Shall we continue?
You bet. Ready when you are.
Very well. Let's begin. Do you know what card I'm looking at?
This one?
No. Try again. Do you know what card I'm looking at?
This one?
Wrong. Here's another. Which card am I thinking of?
This one.
Wrong. Here's another. What card is this?
Okay, which card am I thinking of?
I think it's this one.
Wonderful. Here's another. What card am I looking at?
I think it's this one.
Very good. Well, you failed to correctly identify 5 in a row. Shall we continue?
Okay, I've got lots of answers here. So it looks like I've got about 6 of them.
You bet.
Let's see if
Ready
we can do
when
it.
You are.
Very well. Let's begin. What card am I holding?
Of course he picks one I don't know. Square?
This one?
Marvelous.
Ooh.
Here's another.
Got it.
What card am I holding?
Taking my notes here. So what card am I holding? Is square.
I think it's this one.
You go, girl.
You go, girl.
What card is this?
You go, girl. You are amazing. What card is this? Wavy lines.
This one.
Wonderful. Here's another. Tell me, what card is this?
Tell me what card is this? Circle.
I think it's this one.
Wonderful. Here's another. Which card am I thinking of?
Oh, no, I don't know the answer to this one. Star?
This one.
Wrong.
Oh.
You failed to correctly identify 5 in a row. Shall we continue?
This guy is just mean. Let's keep doing it.
You bet. Ready when you are.
This is
Very
almost
well.
as bad
Let's
as mini
begin.
golf. Almost.
What card is this?
Lines.
This one?
Very good. Here's another. What card am I holding?
What card am I holding? Square.
This one.
You go, girl. Here's another. What card am I looking at?
What card am I looking at? Circle.
I think it's this one.
Very good. Here's another. Do you know what card I'm looking at?
It's not the circle. It's not the star. And it's not the plus. It's one of these two. 50-50.
This
with
one.
lines.
That's not right.
Oh!
Here's another. Do you know what card I'm looking at?
So this is square?
I think it's this one.
Very good. Well, you failed to correctly identify 5 in a row. Shall we continue?
You bet. Ready when you are.
Very well. Let's begin. Do you know what card I'm looking at?
Square.
This one?
Excellent. Here's another. Can you tell me what card this is?
Can you tell me what card this is? I don't think I've seen this one before. No, it could be. Is it lines?
This one.
You go, girl. Here's another.
You go,
what
girl.
Card is this?
What card is this? Lines?
This one.
You go, girl. Here's another. Which card am I thinking of?
Not square or star.
I think it's this one.
That's not right. Here's another. What card am I holding?
I wish you would stop asking different ones.
This one.
Very good. Well, you failed to correctly identify 5 in a row.
Looks like I
Shall
found
we
the
continue?
solution to
You bet.
8
Ready when
of
you
these
are.
things.
Very well.
And I
Let's
still
begin.
can't pass it.
What card am I holding?
Square.
This one?
Yes. Here's another. What card am I holding?
This one?
Yes. Here's another. What card am I thinking about?
What card am I thinking about a star?
I think it's this one.
Very good. Here's another. Tell me, what card is this?
Circle.
This one.
Wonderful.
Fingers
Here's another.
crossed.
What card am I looking at?
What card am I looking at? Circle.
This one.
Very good. You did it.
Did it?
Well, actually, I did it. But in any case, thank you for your assistance. Here's the piece of crystal that Josiah ordered. Take it. You've earned it. Well, actually, I earned it, but let's not quibble.
But Mr. Topham, I didn't really... you didn't really... I'm afraid that subconsciously you may have...
Yes?
Never mind.
Do you need anything else?
No, I never want to talk to you again now.
It was nice talking to you.
The feeling is almost mutual.
Wow, what a jerk. I almost enjoyed talking to you. Almost. But not really. So let's get that cue from the note to Gloria. But let's go upstairs first.
Hi, Nancy.
Would you happen to know where your mother put Josiah's favorite hat?
Look in the drawer right below me. That's where all Mom's mementos are.
I'll be back in a little bit.
Okay.
And nobody noticed this key.
Maybe this is the key to Josiah's Safe-Deposit Box.
Woo! It was in the hat. And I want to take a look at this note to Gloria.
You don't need to look at everything in there, do you?
Sorry.
That has Bottom's Q in it, and I need to see that Q. Okay, so we've got a key, and we're going to take this key to Mr. Archer. And we also need to find that trivet, don't we? We wanted to look at that trivet. So we get to do the driving puzzle. I believe Twin Elms is here in the upper left-hand corner.
Mrs. Sheldon?
Yes?
My name's Nancy Drew. I'm a friend of Emily Crandall's.
Get on with it, dear.
I was wondering, would it be possible for me to see the trivet you borrowed from Josiah Crowley?
You may not only see it, you may have it. Once I find it, that is. Unfortunately, I've an errand to run, so I can't look for it right now.
Maybe I could run the errand for you. I have a car.
So I see. Rather expensive car at that. Very well, Miss Drew. Go fetch my bridge cards from Miss Drakowski, and upon your return I shall present you with that trivet.
Who's Miss Drakowski?
The local telephone operator. You can find her at her house, or Titusville Telco, as she insists on calling it. The switchboard is in her parlor. As you can imagine, she never entertains. I, on the other hand, am expecting company within the hour, so do hurry.
That is just a giant house, yes. Annoying the cows. Yay!
Did you deliver that telegram?
I sure did.
Good for you. Here's your money. And here's your next telegram. Take this to Counselor Alice out at Camp Avondale. Keep up the good work.
Counselor Alice. I think that's in the bottom right area.
Hello again.
What's your opinion of Richard Topham?
Interesting gentleman who's in an interesting line of work.
Does he do business here?
Yes, he does.
Jane thinks he's a crackpot.
He makes a living doing whatever it is he does, so obviously someone thinks he's the real deal.
I think I found the key to Josiah's Safe-Deposit Box.
Really?
I have it right here.
It is from this bank.
May I see if it opens the box?
It takes 2 keys to open a safe deposit box. The owner's key and my key. And in this case, I'm under no obligation to open it for you.
Oh, but
However, were you to do me a small favor...
Oh no, he wants me to do a chore for him too.
Sure.
I hired a seamstress to make a dress for my wife's birthday next week. Unfortunately, the seamstress and I had a falling out. And now I need to find someone to finish the dress.
Maybe I could find somebody. How much are you willing to pay them?
Oh, the fact of the matter is, the dressmaker quit because I couldn't pay her. I misled you before. Business is not fine. This bank is on the brink of ruin.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Mr. Archer.
I wanted to get my wife something nice because, well, it might be the last nice thing she gets for a long, long time. Now, Emily once mentioned that Jane used to be a dressmaker.
Say no more. Just give me the dress and I'll take care of it.
I have it right here. The seamstress said that all the pieces have been cut out and basted together. All that's needed is a sewing machine. When it's finished, bring it back and I'll let you try that key in Josiah's Safe-Deposit Box.
I guess I'll be going.
Come back anytime.
Yep, so Nancy's doing more chores. It's fantastic. Okay, we need Titusville Telco and Camp Avondale. I think the Telco shop is over here. I think it's closer. Here it is.
Yeah?
Are you Miss Jakowski?
Yeah? And you are?
Nancy Drew. I'm a friend of Emily Crandall's. You know, at the Lilac Inn.
Oh, yeah! I put you through to your father, didn't I? You pick up those papers for him yet?
Actually, Wait a minute. How did you know about that?
See this headset I'm wearing? I plug it in and what do you know? I hear things. Look, I'm kind of pressed for time. Going to a party and it takes me a while to get dolled up. What do you need?
Mrs. Sheldon asked me to pick up her bridge cards from you.
Tell you what, I'll get you those cards if you drive that fancy car of yours over to the orphanage and pick up some raffle tickets from Mrs. O'Shea. I should be able to unload a ton of them tonight.
I'd be happy to.
Good, I gotta go. Yeah, I'm coming.
So she has a job for me. She wants me to go to the orphanage. Right here. Turner Home for Orphans.
Excuse me, are you Mrs. O'Shea?
Yes?
My name is Nancy Drew, and...
Stephen, put that down this instant. We do not run with sticks in our hands. Or in our mouths.
I'm sorry. You were saying?
Miss Jakowski asked me to pick up some raffle tickets from you.
Oh, yes, the raffle tickets. The fact of the matter is
Elsie, no hitting.
I can't even think about those raffle tickets right now. I promised the children they'd each get a toy for going a full week without breaking anything. And I'm short 5 toys.
Do not eat that, Clarence.
Would you like me to get 5 toys for you?
Oh, goodness, if you could do that, I'd be forever grateful. They can be any kind of toy at all. The children aren't the least bit picky.
Of course it tastes bad, Clarence. It's a pine cone.
I better go rinse out his mouth before. Oh, would you look at that? He's actually chewing it.
You're not a squirrel, Clarence. Spit that out this instant.
That's just kind of hilarious. Oh, Clarence, he just keeps eating everything. I'm gonna check my map here. Where's my map? So Camp Avondale is up there. Over there on the right is the... What's the place? I don't know what it's called.
Hi.
Observatory.
I got a telegram for a counselor here named Alice.
That's me. Hang on. Oh, go dry up, Jason. What a jokester. Anyway, thanks. I'm afraid I don't have any money to tip you.
That's okay. Have a swell day.
Welcome to Zippy's, where zipless service is zippily zapped and zippy service is the zippiest. Fill her up?
Just 25 cents worth, please.
That'll be 25 cents.
Here you go.
Thank you, miss. Anything else?
No, thank you.
Drive zippily.
Oh boy, so Nancy's filled up on gas now. I need to get another telegram right over here. And I'll get some toys.
Did you deliver that telegram?
I sure did.
Good for you. Here's your money. And here's your next telegram. Deliver this to Mr. Jones at Vash's Dairy. Keep up the good work.
Sounds good. So with the toys, you can either play mini golf a bunch of times, or you can buy them at the general store. It's cheaper to do mini
Maybe
golf.
I could buy some toys for the orphans in here.
But
a vending machine that
I'm not
just
very
sells
good at
toys.
mini golf, so I'm gonna spend the extra
I can't
money.
get the toy without putting in money first.
So it's a telegram each. Basically,
2 toys down, 3 to go.
each telegram was.
I can't get the toy without
Okay,
putting
put the
in
money in first. Each telegram was a quarter, right? Maybe.
That makes 3 toys.
I needed 5, correct? I believe.
4 toys. I just need 1 more.
I hope the orphans enjoy these toys. They're
I can't
really
get the toy without
expensive.
putting in money first. Five toys. That's all I need.
Yay! And I think the dairy is actually over there to the right. Okay. Never mind. Johnson's Farm is the hard-to-reach one over here by the general store.
Hello. I need to deliver this telegram to Mr. Jones.
That's me, thanks. You can tell me I'm all wet, but I don't have any money to tip you with. Wait a minute. Here, how about a nice fresh glass of milk?
No, thank you. Bye.
Nancy, that is some fresh milk. It's delicious.
Hello, Mr. Waddell.
Now what?
I need for you to cut a blank from this piece of quartz.
No big deal. Let's see it.
The blank needs to be just like the one you made before for Josiah Crowley.
Like I said, no big deal. You're gonna have to cough up $2, though. You can pay me when you pick it up. Good day.
$2? Ah, man, what a ripoff. Okay, we've got the toys for the orphans.
Hi, do you have 5 toys for me?
I certainly do.
Oh, that's wonderful. You're such a saint, you hear me? A saint. I'd better get these inside before the children see them. Thank you so much.
Mrs. O'Shea, the raffle tickets?
Oh, the raffle tickets? I don't have them, dear. You'll have to pick them up from Phelps' print shop. Then just take them straight to Mr. Kowski.
We don't pull hair, Ralphie. Especially when we have jelly on our hands.
Phelps print shop. Wonderful.
Oh dear. Okay, so the print shop is over here.
Sorry, young lady, I'm about to close.
I'm just here to pick up the raffle tickets you printed for Mrs. O'Shea.
Oh, darn it. I did tell her I'd have those done today, didn't I? Well, I'm sorry, but they're just gonna have to wait until tomorrow.
Oh, but I need to have them today.
And I need to go fishing.
Fishing?
My brother-in-law thinks he's hot stuff because he caught an 18-inch largemouth bass this morning. So I bet him I could catch a 19-incher by the end of the day. And if I do, I get his stamp collection. And if I don't, he gets mine. And since stamp collecting is about the only hobby I can afford these days, I am going fishing.
I know. You stay here and print those raffle tickets, and I'll go fishing for you.
Not everybody can catch a 19-inch largemouth bass, you know. It takes skill and muscle and brains. Bass are pretty smart.
I can do it, Mr. Phelps.
You better be right, because you're not getting those raffle tickets until I get my 19-incher. You can use my gear. I left everything out at the fishing hole.
Great. I'll see you later.
Woo! So now we can go fishing.
First
Let's
thing I need to do is
see.
bait
I
my
needed a
hook.
minnow.
Yuck.
And it
Now
was
I
the
toss this in the
reeds,
water.
right?
And when the bobber goes under the water, I need to pull the line up fast.
Let's see if I can do it. So as soon as the bobber goes down, I click on pull.
I
Got
got a
it.
fish.
This is it.
Looks like 19 inches to me.
Woo!
I need to give the fish I caught to Mr. Phelps before I try catching another one.
Okay, I
I
guess.
should get this fish to Mr. Phelps before the smell gets any worse.
Well, let's see what you got in there. How about that? You did it. Here, let me take it from you.
Please do. I think it's starting to get a little ripe.
Just rest yourself a minute while I get those raffle tickets. There you go. 10 dozen tickets to the annual Orphans Benefit. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to go make a telephone call.
To your brother-in-law?
Yeah, the one who used to collect stamps.
Bye.
Good job, Nancy. I'm gonna go fishing again. I think you can collect an old boot, if you fish in the right area. I don't know. Let's go fishing a couple of times. It's nice, peaceful, nice and relaxing.
Maybe I need to use something else for bait.
Let's try grub. Gross. Yeah, Nancy sure left the print shop very quickly. It did not take her any time before she decided she wanted out of there.
Maybe I need to use something else for bait.
Wow, bait. Fishing just doesn't work here. Let's try fishing over there on the left.
I caught one!
Ooh, wow, look at that fish.
I don't need this fish. I'm going to let it go.
It's a catfish.
I caught one!
That's a small
Have a nice
fish.
swim!
I'll just let that one go. Yep, I'm getting no bites here when I'm just fishing casually. I'm getting a little bit of fish, maybe. Ooh, got it.
I got a fish! Have a nice swim!
Try grubs again in the middle. And this will be the last one. I guess I threw it in a slightly different area.
I got a fish!
Wow, tiny fish. Tiny.
Have a nice swim!
Okay, well, I wasn't able to catch a boot, but sometimes when you go fishing, you catch a boot. And it's silly.
Hi, you got those raffle tickets for me?
I sure do.
Great. And here are Mrs. Sheldon's bridge cards. One of the gals spilled Moxie all over them, but I cleaned them up real good, so let's not tell Mrs. Sheldon, okay?
Okay. Thanks for your help, Miss Jakowski.
Thanks for your help. Bye now.
Let's see, do I have a telegram? I don't think I do. I think I can get a new telegram.
Hello, Mr. Waddell. Are you done making that blank?
Have you got my fee?
Right here.
Good. Here's the blank I cut for you. Enjoy.
Yay! So he gave me the blank.
Did you deliver that telegram?
I sure did.
Good for you. Here's your money. And here's your next telegram. This one goes to Miss Ross at Sunnybrook Farm. Keep up the good work.
Excellent. So, we're almost done with this challenge.
Do you have my bridge cards?
Right here.
Good. And here is Josiah's trivet. I didn't realize when I asked to borrow it that it was such an eyesore. But once a sumptuous dish of my buff stroganoff was placed atop it, I assure you, no one noticed. Now do run along. My guest will be arriving any minute, and that dress of yours is, well...
I like this dress. It's very flouncy.
It's a very flouncy dress indeed. Okay, so the trivet. Where's the trivet? Oh, that's the dairy. Whoops. So what we need to do now is fix that dress for Mr. Archer.
What's cooking?
Since you used to be a dressmaker, do you think you could help me sew something?
Me? Sew? No, I can't. Sewing takes practice, and I haven't sewed a stitch in years. Whatever it is, believe me, I'd wreck it.
Aren't you supposed to be a dressmaker?
It's not hard. It's all basted together and everything.
No can do. Sorry.
Well, I'll talk to you later.
Bye now.
Refuse to even try to do sewing. Meh. Okay, so, sewing over here?
Would it be all right if I used your sewing machine?
Go right ahead, but remember, you're on your own.
Nobody wants to help with sewing.
There's no needle.
It's probably in the box with the rest of Mom's sewing stuff. Ask Jane if she knows where it is.
Okay, so let's ask Jane then.
What's cooking?
Would you happen to know where the needle for the sewing machine in Emily's room is?
I moved all of Gloria's sewing things out of there and put them in a little box. Look, I'm supposed to get the pies we baked before all the hullabaloo this morning ready for the delivery man. They gotta be put in the shipping container just so, or he casts a kitten. This is how he wants them organized. Now why don't you go out on the porch and get those pies ready to go while I look for that sewing box?
Sounds good.
And that's what we'll do. It's the pie puzzle. So let's see. Oh my gosh. Okay, so Sandgate needs 2 large cherry. Let's just start by sorting everything. I'm just kind of surprised Jane doesn't automatically sort the pies by herself. According to the type of pie, it's not that much work to just put the chocolate pies in the chocolate section, right? Wow. So everybody gets some cherry pie. Cherry pie is the most popular type of pie. Blueberry? Not so popular. Okay. So, 2 large cherry, 1 small and large blue, 1 small and large chocolate, and 2 large pies, so that means 2 large cherry for Riverville. Then Appleton is a small and a large cherry. Small always goes to the left of the large pie for some reason. 2 different size pies for Skydale. Knoxview, 2 same-sized cherry, 1 small and large for Smithville. Okay, cool. So Sandgate is going to need 1 blue, 1 small and large blue for Riverville. Then 2 pies of the same size, 2 same-size blues for Appleton. So let's just assume Appleton is 2 smalls. Skydale wants 2 large blue. Okay, we've got that. Knoxville wants 1 large blue. Yeah. So I think we've got the this one on top all done. No, 1 blue is Sandgate. So Riverville was 1 small and 1 large blue. Okay. Let's see if I've got all those blues correct. So, 1 blue, 1 small and 1 large, and then 2 of the same size. Yes. Then 2 large and 1 large. Beautiful. So now we want 1 chocolate up on top, 1 small and 1 large chocolate. So 1 small and 1 large. This puzzle's just, it's not bad, you just have to take it slowly. 1 small and 1 large chocolate there. For Appleton. Then 2 large chocolate. 2 large chocolate for Skydale and Smithville.
There, that should do it.
Did it! Yay! And Jane's gone. Here's this picture.
I'll bet those are the 2 brothers that built the inn and Josiah's house. I'll bet this was taken in that passageway I found.
So see how he's pulling down on that thing?
There's something written on the back.
And this clue says door and parlor, window seat. So, if you had never noticed that you could before, now you can. It's the window seat. And then let's pull on this thingy here. Yes.
Jeepers, I'm behind one of the walls in Emily's room. I'll bet that's how someone makes that picture move.
So yeah, hidden room leaving, it leads to where Emily is. Emily's not there right now, conveniently. So I can sneak around in her room. Let's see that note to Gloria. Bottoms Q, you're a kind lady who sparkles like good water and makes me think the sky is the limit. Yay! Dear Gloria, sorry it's taken me so long. I'm still a secretary, and business is busy. I'm on my lunch break. Of course I'll take care of Emily if something happens to you. I'm at the boarding house. There's this one bad apple, Marion Aborn, dropped in the other day to borrow some bobby pins, and she went through my purse. She said it fell over, but I know what I saw. Well, I'm investing a ton of money in the stock market. My boss says it's a surefire way to get rich. It will never, never backfire. Jane Willoughby. Wouldn't that be the butterfly's boots? Ooh, oh no, poor Jane. I'm sure she lost every single penny she invested in the stock market. Oh, that was right before the big crash, which Mr. Archer told us about.
Thanks for doing the pies. The more I do it, the worse I seem to get at it. Here's that box. I'm sure that sewing machine needle is in there somewhere.
I see it.
Thank you.
Remember, when it comes to using it, you're on your own, kiddo.
I think I know why Emily has been seeing and hearing strange things.
Well, I'm all ears. Tell me.
I found a secret passageway that goes from the inn to Josiah Crowley's old house. And off of it, I found a staircase that leads to a space behind a wall in Emily's room. That's the staircase that's in this old picture.
You mean the noises that Emily's been hearing? The things she's been seeing? It's because someone's been sneaking around behind the wall in her room?
Yup. 100%.
It may even be that someone is trying to scare her on purpose.
On purpose? Who would want to do something like that?
I was able to open the staircase because I saw the picture I just showed you. And I found that picture on the shelf in your podium.
You mean it was right there under my nose? Hold the phone! You think I'm the one who's been sneaking around?
Yes, you're the culprit! Aha!
Well, I did find the picture right there.
But I've never seen it before in my life. Besides, anyone who's ever been behind this desk could have seen that picture. It's hardly fair to go pointing a finger at me.
How many people hang around behind that desk? Like, you're the only person who ever does.
Maybe Emily will know something about it.
She went into town to run some errands. At least that's what I told her to do. Heaven knows she could use some fresh air.
Well, I'll talk to you later.
Bye now.
Well, it looks like accusing her didn't work. Aww. Well, then let's just go sewing. We'll go sewing right here.
All I need is the dress Jim Archer gave me, and I can start sewing.
So this puzzle, you want to hold down your mouse, and then...
Would I wear this? No. I made too many mistakes. I'd better do it over.
You want to move left and right. Just move your mouse left and right. It can be kind of tricky. This is going to be one fancy dress.
I can do better than too many mistakes. I'd better do it over.
Oh, I was almost done, and then Nancy decided I made too many mistakes. Oh, that's not fair. Yeah, if you make too many mistakes, if you don't follow the line close enough,
Would
Nancy,
I wear this? No. I made too
Nancy
many
gets
mistakes.
mad at you.
I'd better do it over. I can do better than this. I made too many mistakes. I'd better do it over.
This is what Mr. Archer gets for asking somebody to do his dress for free. Okay.
I can do better than this.
No, you can't. This is perfect, Nancy.
I made too many mistakes.
No.
I better do it over.
Oh. Yeah, this is kind of terrible. Just a terrible job. You can do it, Nancy.
I'd better start over. I made too many mistakes. I'd better do it over.
If somebody's pointing out that the fabric is wrinkly, yeah, the fabric is kind of wrinkly. And you need smooth fabric when you're sewing it. Otherwise, the sewing will come out uneven when you smooth out the dress.
Over. I made too many mistakes. I'd better do it over.
That's such a weird seam line. Or a hemline, whatever you call it. Okay, I think I've got it. This puzzle is way nicer on junior mode.
I can do better than this. I made too many mistakes. I'd better do it over.
Oh, man.
I'd better start over. I made too
How
many
many times
mistakes.
did I
I'd
fail?
better do it over. I'd better start over. I made too many mistakes. I'd better do it over.
The seam ripper, yeah, is getting a workout today.
Would I wear this? No. I made too many mistakes. I'd better do it over.
Oh boy. Yes.
I can do better than this. I made too many mistakes. I'd better do it over.
Stop. This puzzle is incredibly stupid hard, and going slowly doesn't help.
I can do better than this.
Because if I stop, then all of a sudden I'm in the wrong area.
Mistakes. I'd better do it over.
I mean, some people are like, okay, go like this, slow.
Would I wear this? I'd better
slow,
start.
and it's just weird.
I'd better do it over.
So, no, you've got to do the entire thing in one run. Or nothing.
Would I wear this?
No.
I made too many mistakes. I'd better do it over.
I can do this. I can do this.
Would I wear this? No. Too many mistakes. I'd better do it over.
Okay.
Would I wear this? No. I made too many mistakes. I'd better do it over.
Yes. Farther than I've ever gone before. Yes. Yes.
I'd better start over.
Go!
I made too many mistakes. I'd better do it over. I can do better than this.
Really?
I
That
made
was
too many
pretty
mistakes. I'd better do it over.
This dress is evil.
I can do better than this.
Very
I made
evil.
Too many mistakes. I'd better do it over.
Okay. Whew. Good. Yes.
There. Not bad,
Got it.
Miss Drew. Not bad at all.
Okay. Got it. Yay. Oh. Oh my gosh. Finally did it, everyone. Finally solved that puzzle. Oh boy. Okay. So I just want to just check something. Run over here. Now that I've read the cue to Gloria, just want to see if the game will accept that as a solution. Or if I absolutely 100% do have to do the ham radio challenge. Yeah, first try! Woo! I'm amazing! You go, girl! Let's see, so what was it? 1, 2, 3? Yep, okay. Game does not accept it, the correct solution, until you finish the ham radio challenge. Wow, okay. So you can't just cheat by knowing the answer ahead of time. You absolutely do have to solve the ham radio challenge. Well, this is going to be fun. Yeah, if the game crashed, I would be very, very sad. Okay, Mr. Archer, here we go. He gives us the trivet thing.
How's the dress coming?
All done.
This is beautiful. Thank you. Now let's see if that key you found opens up Josiah's safe-deposit box. That was Josiah's key, all right. But that is not Josiah's will.
It looks like some kind of journal. Would it be okay if I kept this?
If it was money or jewelry or something like that, I'd turn it over to Topham. But a journal? Finders keepers as far as I'm concerned. I'll be at my desk if you need me.
Oh boy, fantastic.
It's locked. Naturally.
This matches the trivet, which matches Creepy's corners. So the sound effects
naturally
spell out the word Goodfellow.
Flute, 7.025 megahertz. Puck! That's who Josiah played in A Midsummer Night's Dream. Pyramus, 7.057 megahertz. Thisbe, 7.050 megahertz. It looks like some kind of
Nancy
record of the
writes this
people
down.
Josiah talked to on his ham radio.
Please tell me she wrote it down in her journal.
Anything else I can do for you?
I guess I'll be going.
Nice talking to you.
Well, now we can do the ham radio puzzle. Oh, but first we need the cues. Right, which is another puzzle. So if we go to Mr. Topham and say, hey, Mr. Topham, can I have the cues from A Midsummer Night's Dream? How is he going to respond?
Hello, Miss Drew.
Hi, Mr. Topham.
Now what?
Could I see that copy of A Midsummer Night's Dream you have there?
Why?
Well, you said it was Josiah's favorite play. I'd just like to take a look at it.
It's a very old copy. I'd rather it not be handled unnecessarily, lest it fall completely apart. I'm sorry, Miss Drew, but request denied.
It was nice talking to you.
I knew you were going to say that. A little psychic humor.
Darn. Okay. So, he refuses to let Nancy have it, so Nancy has to steal it! Yes! Nancy's gonna break into his house. Right through here. Ooh, hold on a second. Need to pull this thing before I can get down there.
Guess I better not leave the lights on. I don't hear anybody. Now would be a good time for me to sneak inside and have a quick look at that Shakespeare book.
Clear your mind of all.
Yep, and there's a kitty cat.
Think about nothing save that spoon. Yori, be quiet. You're disturbing us.
So we get a mouse for the cat. Yay.
Mr. Topham?
Yes.
And now we can see this book.
Is it okay if I blink?
Yes, it's okay if you.
Oh, we can also see this. Oh no! Oh no, 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 no!
What on earth was that?
Uh-oh.
What in blazes are you doing? Sneaking around in here like a common thief? Interrupting one of my sessions? I knew there was something unsavory about your phantasmic pulsations. Well, soon they will no longer be my problem, but the sheriff's.
Ah! Let's try that again, and this time, don't!
Meet with Jay Archer at 9:30 a.m. about money. That's today.
Don't knock that thing over. Here's Josiah. Ah, look at him.
Either one, Mrs. Jackson. Just concentrate.
So where's that book? Over here.
Josiah must have circled these quotes, but why?
Thou speakest aright. I am the merry wanderer of the night.
Something tells me I better write down all the stuff that's circled here in my journal.
Oh, good. Nancy's gonna write it in her journal, so I don't have to. Beautiful. I wish we could mess with his spoons. But sadly, we cannot. That would have been a fun prank.
Push it. You're trying to push it, all right?
So now we can do the ham radio puzzle. Let me see. Did Nancy write down what? No, she just wrote down the passages. Should she write down the numbers? No, she didn't. Okay. It was here, right? Okay. So, 7025, 7057, 7050.
Guess I better not leave the lights on. Woohoo!
I like that music. Okay, we're getting close to the end of the game here. Just need to do that ham radio puzzle to open up that old clock. Goes in here.
Looks like Josiah was a ham radio operator.
Let's see. Let's start with this one. 7050.
Is anyone out there? Hello? Can anyone hear me?
I'm Thisbe, but only Puck calls me that. Who's this?
My name's Nancy Drew. I'm afraid I have some bad news about Puck.
Oh, dear. They closed the play he was starring in, didn't they? That's why I haven't heard from him. He's too far down in the dumps. Oh, I was afraid it was something like that.
Actually, you haven't heard from him because he passed away several months ago.
Oh, my. That's worse, isn't it? And after all that rigmarole he went through, making sure I knew my line and understood my cue?
Your cue?
Yes, you see, Puck, or whatever his real name is, or was. Puck wanted to share his love of acting with me, so he gave me a line to say, a very curious line, I might add, and told me to repeat it only after I heard my cue, a passage written by Mr. William Shakespeare.
So if I cue you with a passage, you'll respond with the line he gave you to say?
Immediately. I know it by heart, you see.
Here goes. If we shadows have offended, think but this, and all is mended, that you have but slumbered here, while these visions did appear.
The authorities are alert for bad water, so do not go this way.
The authorities are alert for bad water, so do not go this way?
That's what I was to say, although my delivery was much better when Puck was coaching me.
So Puck told you he was an actor?
He told me that acting was his life, and that he'd gotten rich and famous doing it. No matter who he was to the rest of the world, that's what he was to me, and that's how I want to remember him. And now, as Puck was fond of saying, I bid you adieu. Over and out.
How did Josiah get rich? He is a rich fellow. I don't think they specified what he did in order to get rich. I doubt it was acting, because this play
Can anyone hear
tanked
me?
very
Speak
easily.
to me. Hello?
This is Flute, but you sure don't sound like Puck, so explain yourself.
My name's Nancy Drew.
So where's Puck?
Well, I'm pretty sure Puck's real name was Josiah Crowley, and I hate to say it, but he passed away earlier this year.
Ah, that's a shame. Heck, I never got to give him his sentence.
What sentence is that?
Well, see, a while back, Puck dictated a sentence to me and told me that if and when he recited a certain passage from Shakespeare, I was to respond with that sentence. Weird fellow, that Puck.
If I tell you the passage, will you tell me the sentence?
Well, yeah, sure, I guess. especially seeing as Puck's no longer with us.
Okay, Act 3, Scene 2. We have Puck speaking with Oberon, the king of the fairies. Shall we therefore pageant see? Lord, what fools these mortals be! Stand aside, the noise they make will cause Demetrius to awake. Then will two at once woo one, that must needs be sport alone, and those things do best please me that befall preposterously.
Shall we their fond pageant see? Lord, what fools these mortals be.
That's it. Here, let me check my logbook for the response. Now I'm supposed to say, leave by road when the owner is in, because then there will be thieves about.
Leave by road when the owner is in, because then there will be thieves about?
Those were Puck's exact words. Well, hope I've been of some help. Over and out.
Okay, so the final one, 5-7.
Is anyone out there? Hello? Can anyone hear me?
This is Pyramus. Who are you?
My name's Nancy Drew. Does somebody named Puck usually call you on this frequency?
Somebody named Puck used to. Apparently he found something better to do. Haven't talked to him in months.
Well, that's because he passed away not too long ago.
Oh, well, that's a good excuse, I guess. How'd you know he called me Pyramus?
I'm a friend of his. I found your name and radio frequency in his journal.
So why are you talking to me?
Did Puck, ever ask you to tell him something whenever he read a certain passage from Shakespeare?
Whenever he rattled off this Shakespeare quote, I was supposed to rattle off this stupid saying he gave me. How did you know about that?
Long story. But if I were to rattle off the quote, there's no reason why you can't tell me the stupid saying, right?
Well, come to think of it, he never said the quote had to come from him, so yeah, I guess I could tell you.
Thou speakest aright. I am the merry wanderer of the night.
Thou speakest aright. I am that merry wanderer of the night.
How'd you know?
Long story. What did he tell you to say in response?
Wait a minute. I had to write it down. Here, you're gonna love this. A barking dog would do well to hold his tongue in a dangerous neighborhood.
A barking dog would do well to hold his tongue in a dangerous neighborhood.
I told you it was stupid.
I really appreciate your help.
Just out of curiosity, what kind of car did Puck drive, do you know?
I don't think he had a car.
And he tried to tell me he was rich. Over and out.
Wow, that guy's kind of mean. Okay, well, now that we've heard all the radio things, the cue works! Yay! And we could solve this puzzle. I kind of wish we had this puzzle appear in another Nancy Drew game. It's kind of interesting. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. So if I go 4 and then snowflake. Yeah, and then maybe butterfly. Oh, okay, that wasn't good. So I won't be able to take the butterfly thing. So I'm 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 away from that, from the star, the diamond, and that's a big saver because that's 1. So by giving up 1 spot, that saves me like 10. And then I don't know what I'm gonna do next. Let's see what 10 takes me to. Oh man, I could have gotten that thing. Okay, so I'm 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 away. 11, 6 and 5. Woo!
Whoa!
Yeah, you could even see a variation of that puzzle where it's like you 100% have to use every single button. I didn't use all the buttons. I left a few of them untouched. Take this to Tiny Town, and for oodles of fun, use it there to hit the hole in one!
A golf ball. No doubt meant to be used on that golf course of Josiah's.
Yay, so we get to play mini golf one more time. So here we go. You know how it took me 8 strokes to beat this last time?
I hit it too hard.
Nancy, what are you doing? Ugh. You can get a hole-in-one on this.
I hit it too hard.
You can get a hole-in-one on this.
I hit it too hard.
What is this game? Oh no.
Try again.
Okay, let's try this again. If you hit it perfectly, you get a hole-in-one. And that gives you the bank deposit key.
Another safe deposit box key?
Yay! Let's talk to everyone before the end of the game. I don't think there's anybody we can really talk to. I guess we could talk to Nancy's dad and Bess and George. We haven't talked to them in a while.
Hi, Mr. Topham.
I think Topham has nothing to say.
Now what?
It was nice talking to you.
The feeling is almost mutual.
Yeah, I could hardly imagine Jim Archer doing all this in order to find the will. That seems like it'd be a bit too much for him. It seems like maybe Gloria Crandall could do it, but she died.
Emily, please, just sit
Did we find out why she died, or no?
All right, stop lying. Something's wrong with me.
You've got to go talk to Emily. She's in a bad way.
Did you tell her about the secret passageway I found?
I never got the chance. Please, go talk to her. She won't listen to me. I'm no help at all.
Oh boy, so there's a problem with Emily. Emily, don't worry, I've almost solved the mystery. I'm this close.
Just go back to River Heights, Nancy.
But I think I know where the real will is.
It doesn't matter. I can't run the inn anyway. I'm going to have to sell it.
What do you mean?
I took a nap after I got back from running errands, and when I woke up, this was in my hand. It's one of the necklaces that I thought had been stolen. I have no idea how it got there. I must do things and not remember. All this responsibility on top of losing Mom. I can't cope with it. I'm having what'd Jane call it? A nervous breakdown.
No, the culprit's trying to make you think that.
No, you're not.
I don't want to talk anymore. Go home. You're just making things worse.
I'm making things better.
I don't want to talk to you.
Oh, okay. Well, she's mad and refuses to talk to me. It's very, very tragic.
Did you talk to her? Do you see what I mean? No wonder I never saw or heard anything. It was all in her mind.
I'm not so sure, Miss Willoughby. What's more, I think I've found something that'll solve all her problems. I'll talk to you later.
So let's call. Let's make the calls.
Very good. Now, how may I be of service?
Hi, Mr. Kowski. Could you please connect me with my dad? His number is KL57187.
Hang on a minute.
Carson Drew.
Hi, Dad.
Did you pick those papers up yet?
Yep.
Great. You can give them to me tonight when you get home from Emily's. So, what else have you been doing?
Oh, I can't talk to him about all that much.
Emily invited me to Lilac Inn because she wanted me to have you lock her mother's jewelry up in your safe. Only someone stole it before I could take it with me.
Stole it? Good gosh.
That was right after the stove in the kitchen exploded.
The stove exploded? Sounds to me like you'd be well advised to cut your visit there short.
No, I want to find out what's going on. I have to find out what's going on.
You have to?
Well, yeah, you know. Emily just lost her mom, and she's worried about losing the inn, and her guardian's all wet when it comes to helping out, and...
And the truth is, you are so curious that you feel like you'll absolutely burst if you don't find out why all these weird things have been happening, right?
Yes.
Don't worry, I know the feeling. You're a chip off the old block, I'm afraid. Well, as long as you're like me in one other way, you should be fine.
What way is that? Smart?
Careful.
Yep, okay, so I am definitely a detective. Thanks, Dad.
I'm earning money by delivering telegrams for Tubby's Telegrams.
Good for you. That's a great way to meet people and to accumulate a little cash, which might come in handy. You're putting extra wear and tear on your car, you know.
Yes, Dad.
What else have you been up to?
By the way, thanks for buying me a car, Dad. That was really nice of you.
I'm pretty sure I saw the car belonging to Emily's banker parked at the side of the road by the Lilac Inn this morning, just before the explosion.
Are you suggesting Emily's banker was somehow responsible for the explosion?
When I asked him about it, he did seem kind of evasive.
It's okay to have your suspicions, Nancy. But in a town as small as Titusville, it's very easy to alienate people. Until you know the facts, you'd be well advised to keep your suspicions to yourself.
I met Emily's guardian, Jane. What does a guardian do, anyway?
A guardian is pretty much a surrogate parent. Jane is legally responsible for Emily's physical and financial well-being.
Jane doesn't strike me as being the parental type. In fact, I get the impression she's in way over her head.
Fortunately for her, it's not forever. Most guardianships end when the ward turns 18. And then both Jane and Emily will be free to do whatever they please.
If Emily sells the inn, will Jane get part of the profits?
If she's Emily's guardian at the time of the sale, yes. Are you suggesting that Jane's primary motivation is greed?
Yes.
Good grief, where did you get such a suspicious mind?
I think it was from the person who has always told me that the best way to solve a problem is to look at all the possibilities. Dad.
I did say that, didn't I?
Goodbye, Dad.
Take care.
Bye, Dad.
Drop a nickel into the slot plate. Very good. Now, how may I be of service?
Hi, could you please connect me with Bess Marvin at KL54468?
Just a second.
Hello? Hi, Bess. It's Nancy.
George, get over here. It's Nancy Drew. So how's the Lilac Inn?
A little strange.
Why? Because of Emily?
Well, yes.
Hi, Nancy.
Is that you, George?
Ouch, that's my foot. Well, move over. But I can't hear. You move over. Then I can't hear. Look, just hold the phone like this, okay? There. Can you hear us?
I can hear you fine.
It would be so nice to have two phones in this house. We don't even have a telephone at our house. So quit griping. So, Nancy, what's the scoop?
Has either of you ever been to the Lilac Inn?
I have. They have the best cherry pie there. It's like you get a whole cherry tree in every piece.
Hello? Is someone on the line? Hello?
We're on the line, Mrs. Farthingham.
Well, get off. I need to make a call.
But we just got on.
Then it should be no problem for you to get off.
Just give us one more minute, Mrs. Farthingham, please.
Oh, all right. You have 1 more minute.
Go on, Nancy. What were you saying?
Just that I...
Shh. Wait a minute. Mrs. Farthingham, would you mind hanging up? All clear. Oh, how I wish we didn't have to share a phone line with her. Just be grateful you have a phone, Bess.
Some jewels were stolen out of Emily's room this morning at the same time that a fire destroyed the stove in the kitchen.
Destroyed the stove? You mean they can't bake any more cherry pies?
Not for a while. Emily's worried that she may have to sell the inn.
Is that bad? I mean, she's only 17.
It gets worse. Emily admitted to me that she's been seeing and hearing things.
Jeepers. You can't go batty when you're only 17, can you? Depends on who your cousin is. Ha ha.
I don't think she's going batty, but I do think something's going on around here.
Like what?
I don't know. Yet.
Yet?
Well, I can't just turn around and drive home now, can I?
Why not?
Because...
Are you girls still on the line?
We're not done talking yet.
Well, I've been patient long enough. You girls get off right now.
But we...
Right now, or the next call I make will be to your father.
We gotta go, Nancy.
That's all right. I'll call you later.
And I'll thank you not to listen in.
Oh, don't worry, Mrs. Farthingham. Only nosy busybodies listen in on other people's phone calls.
Yes, well, hang up and be quick about it.
Bye, Nancy.
Talk to you soon.
Miss Farthingham. Oh, that's so mean. Just ending the phone call like that. I really do like Bess and George, yeah, in this game. It's fun. They're fun in this game. Now, I think I have enough gas.
I've only got half a tank of gas left. I should gas up before I forget.
I don't have enough money for gas. Oh, geez. Am I going to have to do another... I think I've got enough gas for the end game scene, so I'm not going to do another telegram to get more gas. I hope this will work.
I'm glad you stopped by. I need to clear the air about something. I lied before. Not just when I said the bank was doing fine when it's really not, but when I said that wasn't my car you saw parked outside the inn today. I parked it there because I didn't want anyone to know that I was at Richard Topham's begging him for money. This bank is in truly dire financial straits. And if anyone finds out...
Mr. Archer, I already knew you were at Richard Topham's today. I saw your name in his calendar.
Oh. So what can I do for you?
I found another safe deposit box key that belonged to Josiah.
Impossible. Josiah only had one box, and you've already opened it.
But this has to be Josiah's key.
It is one of ours. Where did you get it?
I won it playing golf at Josiah's with a special ball. I had to ace one of the holes.
Why does that sound familiar? I know why. That's what Clara always called me, her ace in the hole.
That's who this key belongs to, Clara Pickford.
So, Clara Pickford was really Josiah Crowley in disguise.
Apparently, he loved playing tricks like that on people and hiding things right under their noses.
The Last Will and Testament of Josiah M. Crowley.
I wonder what this is. Gloria Dowd, now Crandall, and Jane Willoughby, circa 1912.
Jane Willoughby? That doesn't look the least bit like Jane Willoughby.
No, it certainly doesn't. I'd better get back to the Lilac Inn and have a talk with her right now.
So that Jane Willoughby is actually an imposter!
Move out of the way, would you please? I'm kind of in a hurry.
You're not going anywhere until you tell me who you really are.
What are you talking about?
I just saw a picture of Jane Willoughby, the real Jane Willoughby.
It's been swell knowing you, sister.
I can't let Jane out of my sight.
Ah! Okay, so this is a challenge. What you need to do is chase after her without letting her out of your sight.
I can't let Jane out of my sight.
I'll try it again.
I can't let Jane out of my sight.
Darn. Oh man, this is a little tough.
I can't let Jane out of my sight.
Whoa, what? Spinning in a circle. You can use your mouse to control the car, or you can use the up, down, left, right buttons. Let's just use the mouse.
I can't let Jane out of my sight.
Fortunately, this challenge gets easier as time goes on because she follows the same pathway every single time. Come on, Nancy, just step on the gas. You could totally hit her car right now. I guess that would be dangerous, though. Move it, Jane.
I bet she's heading for the state line. I know. I'll take a shortcut and head her off.
Yep. So, she's heading for the upper right corner. And look, there's a pie! There's the pie delivery man! Jane crashes into the pies.
Why couldn't you just mind your own business?
Dear Ned, I know you'll be home from school in a couple of days, but I couldn't wait to tell you. I just solved a mystery. I figured out that Emily Crandall's guardian was really an imposter named Marion, who intercepted the letter Emily wrote to Jane Willoughby after her mom died. She pretended to be Jane not only so she could steal Emily's valuables, but so she could convince Emily that she was incapable of running Lilac Inn, and that she should sell it and split the money with her. On top of all that, I found Josiah Crowley's real will. In it, he left Emily so much money that she'll be able to hire all the people she needs to keep the inn going. He left Jim Archer a ton of money, too, which means he won't have to close his bank. And from now on, he'll be able to buy his wife a new dress anytime he wants. As for Richard Topham, Josiah left him nothing, although Topham still refuses to admit that he forged the first will and insists that he's going to contest the will I found. Dad says it's highly doubtful he'll succeed, and that he'd be better off sticking to spoon tricks. Anyway, when you get home, I'll give you all the details over a nice big piece of slightly damaged cherry pie. Wait till you hear that part of the story. As always, Nancy.
Wait, Nancy kept the cherry pie even though it was crushed by the culprit's body? That's disgusting. Gross, Nancy. Well, you're a smart cookie. You solved the case. Good
Great
job,
news,
Nancy.
I think. See, Frank and Joe Hardy have invited me to help them solve a mystery. Only this mystery takes place on a train. But not just any train. A train that was found abandoned years ago in the middle of nowhere. All of its passengers had simply vanished. Some people say the train is jinxed. Others say it's haunted. I mean, it'll be fun to finally get to work alongside the Hardy boys, but I just hope the trip we're going on doesn't turn out to be, you know, one way.
Frank and Joe and Nancy will be solving the next mystery together. Last train to Blue Moon Canyon. So that's it. That's the end of this game. Nancy Drew, Secret of the Old Clock. Yeah, so this was a different game. It had two culprits, really. You'd say Jane, or should I say Marion, was the culprit. And also Mr. Topham was the culprit. So they had two totally different evil schemes that they were doing. And that's sort of because this game was based off two different Nancy Drew books. So, you know, some people complained, well, it's kind of a mishmash. And you could see that. Like, the storyline with Jim Archer had very little to do with the storyline with Mr. Topham or the... no, I'd say Jim Archer really had very little to do with the story with Jane and Emily, right? So that's a complaint about this game, is that, well, the two storylines don't really interact because they're really different. But I still think it's a good game. It's a very interesting setting to make this game take place in 1930. I feel like that is what makes the game so good. I think if this was set in modern day, then it wouldn't be as good. I don't think people would like it that much, actually. But the fact that it's just in 1930 makes it really unique and different. I really like that. I wish we got to play another Nancy Drew mystery like this one, which takes place in a different time. That would be super cool. I don't know what time period would be good for that. Maybe the 1980s? Yeah, let's see, 1930, 1940, 1950. Yeah, let's just do one every 10 years. How's that? That could be fun. Delivering telegrams. Yeah, and everybody talked in 1930s slang. That was cool. I like that part too. But really, I love the music. The music is one of the best parts. Now, mini golf, no, that was terrible. And doing the sewing, that was really, really painful. But other than the fact that this game has some really, really painful puzzles, those are the puzzles. Those are the puzzles that are painful and terrible and cause a lot of pain for me. But other than that, it's a good game. Yeah. I really like the breaking into Mr. Topham's house. That was a pretty cool idea. I like it. Yeah. So this game came out 2005. So, ooh, like 75 years ago. Ooh. Yeah, that is, the game takes place about 75 years before the day it was released. So that's cool. Yep, so that's it. Thank you very much for watching me play Nancy Drew, Secret of the Old Clock. Oh, I didn't mention, based on the first Nancy Drew book ever, the first Nancy Drew book ever was #1, Secret of the Old Clock. So, yeah, that's where they got the title from. Although if you read the book, you'll find out that the book has very little in common with the game, and that's kind of sad. They could actually remake this game and make it 100% based on the book, and it would be a very different game.